To cope with her husband's crushing mortgage payments, Nina made a painful choice. She gave herself to the bank manager, Charlie, in exchange for a 4-month repayment grace period. The arrangement should have ended there, but then Charlie called again, asking to meet the next afternoon at 4. Thinking of her husband, Nina firmly refused, yet the turmoil inside her refused to settle. Back home, she tried distracting herself with study, until a friend invited her out shopping. Depressed and hesitant, Nina nearly declined, until her husband gently urged, maybe some fresh air will help. Standing at the bus stop, she wavered. The guilt and tangled emotions from that betrayal weighed on her. She knew Charlie was waiting. After a brief internal struggle, she finally hailed a cab. Charlie was about to leave. When their eyes met, no words were needed. Passion took over, and they agreed to meet every Tuesday. But one day, when her husband tried to get intimate, Nina instinctively pushed him away. Furious, he threw her out. Homeless, she called Charlie. True to his word, he swiftly set her up in a luxury downtown apartment. Though she now had shelter, loneliness gnawed at her. Even knowing he was home, she couldn't resist calling. Charlie came without hesitation. Despite their once-a-week rule, Nina's growing clinginess began to suffocate him. What started as a transaction was spiraling out of control. The morning sun had just begun to rise when Nina opened the door, only to find Andy waiting for her. His eyes red with desperation, he begged for another chance, but Nina calmly told him it was over. Furious, Andy suddenly grabbed her wrist and hissed, "A man with nothing left to lose is capable of anything." Panicked, Nina immediately called Charlie, but no answer. Again and again, she tried telling herself he must be tied up with important business. She had no idea he was deliberately avoiding her. When Charlie finally showed up at her apartment, Nina broke down, sobbing about her fears, not just for herself, but for the unborn child she was carrying. But Charlie's silence only made her tears turn to rage. Meanwhile, back at home, Charlie found his wife still awake, waiting. Before he could even speak, she demanded the full truth. 5 years flew by. Nina had become a mother, and as she'd always wanted Charlie's wife. At an upscale cocktail party, she spotted Andy gone for half a decade. After a brief moment of shock, she walked right up to him, greeting him warmly before introducing Charlie to her old friend. Charlie excused himself quickly, claiming business, but really, he was rushing off to see his ex-wife and their son. And Nina, she and Andy fell right back into each other's arms. As she straightened her clothes, ready to leave the hotel room, Nina murmured, "Don't worry, I already took care of the bill."